All right, ladies. So let's talk about how to get older guys and how to pick up older men. All right. Now I'm still finding it difficult to get over the notes that I lost. There were 3 videos worth of notes. It was so good, Lord in heaven. But anyways, let's get started. For those who don't know, I do one-on-one coaching. Let me know. I have a different program going on where I provide month-long coaching. It's only available for 2 people. One has signed up. So if you want to check it out, just go to mindfulattraction.org and you'll see the link is called Coach in a Pocket. You'll see it. It's fun. And just check me out right there. So let's get started. All right. So the first thing, I'm gonna give you guys 8. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8 tactics that you guys can use to get older men. You know, if you're younger, that means you want an older guy, right? Now, I assume you want older in terms of generationally. You want a guy that's 5, 10 years older. Why not? 30 years older if you're looking for an inheritance, or money. Hit me up when you got that money. Don't forget about Alex. But, all right, let's get started, all right? So the first thing you got to realize is you got to play into a guy's insecurity. When a guy's older, he's low. He lost his masculinity to a certain degree, right? When you get older, you lose a lot of your confidence, right? You lose that youthful vitality that you had. So the first thing when it comes to getting older guys, you gotta make them feel masculine. You gotta make them feel that masculinity that they lost. You gotta make them feel that masculinity that they want to feel from dominating you. All right. So the first thing is have an air of innocence and vulnerability. Don't be too. This is the thing is that again, this is all an act. This is all an act, all right? So when I talk about this, I'm not telling you women to be fucking stupid. I'm not telling you to be ignorant. I'm not telling you to not learn. I'm telling you that this is all an act. This is all about emotional intelligence and being able to fake something for the good of the will, for the good of the whole, all right? So in the area of innocence, it's all about acting like you don't know something, acting like you don't know about sex, acting like you're vulnerable, acting like you're gullible per se. You want him to say this girl, I could easily control her. Like you want him to feel that, like you want him to feel like he can easily control you, emotionally speaking, right? Because there is when he lets his guard down. Why is that? It's because in the wild, when you're hunting, whenever you see a prey that's easy, what happens? You forget a lot of fundamentals. You don't tense up, you don't protect yourself, you go in it. Oh, he says he's a prey, he's dead, let me go in it. Okay. And if he's acting, you know what's gonna happen when you're gonna try and get him? Because you were unguarded, he's gonna attack you. But let's say that the prey, he's up and guarded and he's alive. What happens when you go and attack him? You fucking attack him with all of your might, you protect it. So you're gonna be able to counter. So by playing the innocent and the vulnerable, you're able to allow him to emotionally invest in you because he feels like he has you. And that's when you use that. You use that in order to let him put his guard down. Because he'll feel like he's controlling you, but in reality, you're the one who's controlling him, right? So that's the first thing, have an air of innocence, all right? Number 2, enter his spirit. And it's very similar to what Robert Greene talks about. You want to really act like you're falling in love with him. You want to act like you depend on him. You want to become interested in the things that he's interested in. If he loves video games, become interested in video games. If he loves basketball, become interested in basketball. Take him to a basketball game. Buy him a basketball. I'm kidding. But do all of that sort of stuff. Literally become interested in the things that he's interested in. Go the extra mile, right? Because what's going to happen is that people idealize themselves. People love themselves. People think that they are the pinnacle of perfection, per se. But the point is that when they see themselves, they see a grandiose image of themselves. So whenever you embody that and you begin to display his qualities, the things that he loves, his habits, his words, the things that he likes to do, imitation is the biggest form of flattery. So by loving the things he does, acting like he does, even fucking sometimes dressing the way he dresses in a feminine way with hints of femininity, you're going to be able to have an effect on him that he's gonna say, damn, I'm having an influence on this girl, and he's gonna feel good. It's kind of similar to having a say on a project that was successful. When it's successful, you want to have some fucking credit, and that credit is gonna be felt from a perspective of ownership. Look at that, I made her, you see. So now he has some emotional investment in you, and once again, right now in that moment when he feels like he has you is when you have him. Because he's like, yeah, I have her. He's like, yeah, I have her. Now when you put the rug on him, he's like, whoa, what the fuck? I thought I had her. And this is all about acting really interested. Texting fast. sending him a lot of text messages, asking him I miss you, like being there for him, giving him a lot of pleasure, being the dream girl, right? Being the girl that is there for him all the time, and then taking it away from him. Right? Now, this doesn't have to extend to sex. You could just be the girl that he really wants, but without the sex. You know, if he's a professor, love the things that he loves. You know, if he's like a fucking YouTuber, read the books that he recommends, like stuff like that, and love. I'm kidding, but I love the things that he loves. Right? Now, okay, so because he's gonna get comfortable with you, like he's gonna feel comfortable to talk about the things that he loves. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, this is the important one. Keep your distance. You know, and don't let him know you fully. Let him know you, but maintain an air of mystery. Keep a distance. Don't let him know all of the things about you. You see, creating and keeping distance with the guy creates fear of loss, respect, and maintains the illusion of you being hotter than you really are. You see, so by creating space, it makes him feel like he owns you when you're in person, but then when you're away, it makes him feel like he doesn't have control. When you make him addicted to that control, which is to say, the control that you give him by him knowing that you love every aspect of him and knowing that you react to him when you're in person, and then give him the contrast by being cold, by being distant, and by being very difficult to get in touch with when she's away. You're gonna be creating that distance. So in a way, he feels like he knows you because he feels that comfort, he feels that validation because of the way you make him feel. But at the same time, he feels like he doesn't know you because when you're away, you're away. You see, you're away, all right? But what tends to happen is that because you're away, it creates fear in his heart. And remember, like, fear enhances the enemy and reduces you. Like, it makes you feel a lot weaker than you are. It reduces your faculties. It makes you weaker. So by weak in this perspective is the emotional instability, the inability to control how they feel, the confusion that you feel of, does she like me or does she not like me? You see? All right, number 4, be edgy by having two sides but playing the innocent. It's very similar to what I said. You want to have a side of you that looks innocent, that looks unintending, that looks non-threatening, right? And that's what you want to be able to act out. That's a part that you want him to see on the outside. But then you want to have a side of you that's freaky as fuck. A side of you that he's like, oh shit, there she is. You see, like you want to. But the thing is that you have to really be like this. You have to really be like this because then if you really are a nice girl, you want to have a rough exterior. And this is all about this is all about an act. You know, this is all about acting. But when you have the innocent or lower, but then you have that sexual confidence, it gives you that nice little edgy contrast. The innocent girl, the innocent girl. But then you have the crazy motherfucking girl. You know, the girl that like I better fucking prep myself, you know? Alright, number 5. Very, very similar to what I said in the last video. Make it a taboo. Talk about how wrong it is. Again, you guys gonna be seeing similar themes in my videos, but I'm gonna be giving you guys different scenarios on how to apply in those different scenarios, so that you guys can have the second-hand reference experience of how to use it, and also you guys can have a good understanding of how it's applied. Right? So when I talk about making it a taboo, is literally saying, I don't think I should see you. I don't think this is like, you too old for me. I don't think this is right. Like, I don't know, I mostly go out with guys that are younger, like literally show interest, like, oh, I want to be with you, I just can't, I can't be with you, like you're too old, like, well, I'm not used to being with older guys, right? And so what you're doing is you want him to convince you that he's right for you. That's all you're doing, right? And you want him to feel like, wow, like this is wrong, like this should not be happening, you know, like that's what you want. You don't want him to feel like, oh, this is normal. No, you want him to feel like this is different from you. This is not right. There's someone out there that's opposed to this. It creates a me against the world kind of feel to the relationship. Don't die. Number 6, dress to a stereotype. So what I'm talking about by dressing to a stereotype is literally what I mean. Dressing to a stereotype. For example, I'm noticing a lot of women are having like the little, you know, like the little baby hair shit, right? You know what I'm talking about, like the little baby hair. Like they have, we all know what we're talking about, like the Kim Kardashian look with the baby hair look on the little side, you know. A lot of women are doing that, and that's fucking hot. I mean, that's playing to that stereotype. Another stereotype is the schoolgirl, like with the fucking pigtails and shit, you know? Like looking all innocent, like the schoolgirl look, playing into that stereotype. Don't play to the stripper stereotype. That doesn't work. But literally, find out a stereotype that's hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, man. I'm not gonna fucking elaborate on this because I haven't thought about it too good. But the stereotype is, for example, as a guy, right? I'll dress, I don't know, like I'll assume that my stereotype is like, I don't know, like remember the movie with Russell Brand, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, right? Russell Brand looked like the hot rock star, right? The way he looked, he looked like a surfer, right? And that's all they look. That doesn't mean you're a surfer, but if you dress like a surfer, you're gonna have girls that like guys that look like that, you know? So that's what I'm saying, is that playing into a stereotype and dressing like certain guys dress or certain girls dress that are part of a I don't know, like are part of an identity per se, it gives you an extra illusion, an extra enhancement to how you look. You know what I'm saying? For example, like if I dress all studious, like very studious, right? It's gonna enhance the way I look. It's gonna, you guys are gonna perceive me differently. Like you guys just are gonna perceive me differently if I look all studious. That's what I'm talking about. Like dress a certain way that either contradicts how you look, or that looks like the type of girl that he likes. You know what I'm saying? Number 7. Let him see that you wanted by other men, especially other younger men. And that's the key. You want to have a lot of male friends, all right? You want to have male friends that are your age. And you want him to pick you up when you're going on a date, when they're hanging around. For example, like saying, pick me up here. And he picks you up and and some of your guy friends are there and they're younger. You know, and then you want him to see you with your friends, and you want him to pick you up and see you leaving with him. That's what you want to do. Just a sight of other friends. You know, you take a picture with a guy friend and you post it on social media, right? And again, you set the boundaries of we're just seeing each other, we're just friends. But at the same time, you show a lot of interest by entering the spirit. But you gotta maintain that boundary of we're just friends, but at the same time posting pictures with other guys that are younger. Because what's gonna happen is that setting the boundaries of we're just friends, posting pictures with younger guys, right? Because that's the insecurity he has. He can't really confront you about that. And even if he does confront you, you know what happens? If he does confront you, you already fucking won the game, right? You already have the control. But the whole point is by setting that boundary, you, in a way, you kind of like telling me, you know what? Sit there and watch. Sit there and watch, because I told you I don't want this kind of relationship, but you're gonna watch me post pictures with other guys and you're gonna fucking suffer. You can't say shit. You know, like that's what we're doing. You making him see you with other guys, posting pictures with other guys, right? Setting the boundaries of we're just friends, and letting him be the one, you know, please, I want something more out of this. Letting him be the one that has to fucking tell you, yo, man, I want you. Number 8, intentionally interrupt them during work hours and make him work hard for your attention. Let's say he's focusing on work, and you know those are work hours. You want to become his distraction. You know, for example, like it's one thing studying, but then there's another thing studying while being distracted by a sexy ass woman. She's going to be in my attention a lot more because I'm trying not to think of her. I'm trying to focus on something else, so I'm pushing her away. I'm pushing her away from my mind means I'm putting effort into thinking about her. I'm thinking about her. So you want to be a distraction, not a distraction to a point that intellectual distraction, but more of a physical, sexual distraction. You want him to say, I need to take this shit out of my mind. You want him to have to jack off to take you off his mind. That's what you want him to do. And the way to do this is send him, sext him during times that you know he's working. Now again, look, don't get him fired, all right? I don't want his boss to come into his office, you know, and he's fucking jacking off and shit. You know, don't get him fired. But what I'm talking about is doing it during the time that it's gonna require effort. It's going to require looking around a little bit. It's going to require him, ooh, this is wrong. You see? And that's what you want him to do. That little extra sacrifice for you. And it's hot. You know? Again, you want to make it difficult on him. A lot of women make it easy on guys. Make him difficult. Ask him to go see you when it's fucking raining so that he could work for you. You know? And that's how it's done. These are just some ways to get older guys and to get them attracted. And it's no different from getting other kind of guys. Like, it's no different, but this is just more a specific way of what I would tell you if you would just ask me that question on an individual basis. Speaking of that, Once again, I'm having one-on-one coaching. Next month, I'm gonna have to raise the prices again because I'm getting too many people who don't mind the price. So I was like, you know what? Let me put it at 150 per 45 minutes. Hopefully, I could just get 1 or 2 clients per week, and I could just make more videos. But that's not the case. It seems like some of you guys don't give a fuck. Some of you guys really don't give a fuck. So I'm like, you know what? Like, again, I gotta live with my clientele. So I'm like, you know, I gotta raise the prices again because I'm gonna be moving out, and I want to be able to keep that shit at a minimum. All right, and that's how it's done. It's something in marketing that you guys definitely should check out. It's sometimes charging less is not good because I want to be able to post more of these videos for free. But if I got like 10 clients that want to have one-on-one, it's not feasible. So what's a win-win? Like I said earlier in the last video, and I gotta make this video again to talk about this. The win-win would be what? Raising prices, fewer clients, more videos for free. Isn't that fun? That's a win-win for everyone, right? And the beauty about this is that it makes you guys have to rely on your faculties. If you guys hear me, for those who message me about coaching, I tell you guys no. Some of you guys don't need me, and I'll tell you no, you don't need me. I'll say no to you. It's because I believe some of you guys done just being lazy. I want you guys to use your faculties, man. I'm in this for the money, but not like, this is not my channel where I get most of my money. Like, so you guys really don't, I have so much fucking knowledge in this channel that literally you don't need me. But if you guys need me, oh, that's just gonna be a privilege, you know? That's just gonna be a privilege because you have no other reason to talk to me aside from like a specific problem, you know? Personally, I just find it extremely difficult to think that these videos are not enough. I find it hard, but hey, look, I understand. I'm just making it hard to you guys. That's all. Anyways, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. I'm not making no more videos today. This is it for today. Goodbye.